So some people, they will rather destroy the relationship you've built with them over years, over little sums or even huge sums of money, because they have chosen to deliberately and actively not pay you back money that you borrowed them. I'm sure we all know one or two persons like this. So let's get to it. 5 ways to identify someone who will likely not pay you back your money when you lend them money. Number one, people who lie a lot, like in their everyday life, general discussions within their friendship, unnecessary lies like, why are you lying? Really? Why are you lying? So a person who lies a lot is already showing you they are not reliable. And when it comes to you and your money, they will also lie. So beware of people who lie a lot when they come with plenty stories around why you should part with your money to help them. Number two, in my own observations, personal experiences, another set of people who will not likely pay you back when they come borrowing money are those you don't know too well. They're like acquaintances. Maybe you just know them on the surface, or you know them over the internet, but you have grown some sort of relations, and then one day they just approach you with, oh, I need 10k for this or that. This kind of people I have found don't often pay back. I'm not saying that will always be the case, but most of the time, for me personally, they don't often pay back. Because I'm also wondering, what relationship do you and I have for you to come meeting me? Like, what relationship have we built? So those kind of people feel this person doesn't know me too well. They can easily get away with, not paying back. So people like that, they are also not likely to pay you back. Number three. Now, it's not every time we always have to wait till we know someone personally, to gather data on them. Why? What I'm trying to say here is there are people who you've heard third parties or friends talk about as persons who don't like to pay back money when they borrow it, or don't like to pay people for work done. So if someone around you, other people you trust, friends, family, have said something about someone, that's all the intel you need. Should this person come approaching you, you already have background information. So it's common sense. You don't have to wait for experience to teach you. You've heard, and you've probably heard from more than one or two persons, so you can know that this person is not likely going to pay you back. Save yourself stress and headache and waking up in the middle of the night to wonder why you are broke and your money is in somebody's hand and they are refusing to pay you back. You do not want that kind of stress. So when you can avoid it, please do. Number four, the not so okay in the head people. Because you've borrowed money from me before. You've not acknowledged that one. You choose selective amnesia. By that I mean when you decide to sit with yourself and have a meeting and say, this person, I don't want money, make I approach him again for money. Like, you choose to forget. You still owe me money. You've not acknowledged it, you've not paid it back, and you approach me again for money. Are you alright? I've had personal experiences, I've had others experience it, like you owe the person money, you're approaching them for money again. I sometimes wonder, maybe it's a habit for them so much that they've truly forgotten perhaps, that they collected money from this person, and so they are here again with cap in hand trying to ask you for more. So of course, on your own part, it's common sense that you are not going to be giving the person money for a second time, because they still owe you money, except you yourself, you're not quite okay. Even banks borrow money based on your credit score. How dependable are you? How likely are you to pay back? They check those things. So even with our friends and family, we still work with credit score in some sort of way. Is this person likely going to pay back? Have they borrowed before and paid back in good time? You have a lot of people where they tell you a certain date they are going to pay you back. The date comes and goes, they don't see anything. You're the one now following up. Hold yourself accountable, be responsible, have integrity, and let your word be your bond, so that when you are in trouble, you still have people who can say, no, this person, he's going to keep to his word and I can help. Number five, you see all those people that like hailing you unnecessarily. You be big boy now. You be big girl. You see your car with the drive. This, that. When they need money, all those are schemes and ploys to just not pay back. So if a person is doing this a lot, and eventually, please, again, these are just my own personal observations around the kind of people who behave this way. They're always like hyping you, unnecessary hype, even if you don't know them so well. And then before you know, they come with that request. Please, can you? And then you do give them, maybe perhaps it's your first time, and you still want to use hailing, use Q, say you owe me money, pay back the money that you owe. So beware of people who overhail and overhype and are over big boying and big girling you. So they feel, you're too big for that now. You don't need that money. I need the money. I worked for it. I need it. So please identify this kind of persons. Save yourself a lot of trouble, a lot of headache, a lot of having bad relationships, a lot of maybe court cases, going to police station. Please save yourself. Know who is what, the whole business of borrowing money to. Because I always say, if a person wants to do something, they truly will do it. If you owe me 7k or 40k, when I get to the point where I'm having to ask you and I've gotten annoyed, I'm always like, and this is something I say often, if you choose to pay me 1k each week or even each day, in 40 days you would have paid me, but you choose not to. And the most annoying ones are those small amounts of money, because I have my own life problems. You approach me with yours. I put some of my own problems on hold to help you solve yours, and then it's time to pay, and you are posting me. For God's sakes, just don't be unfortunate. Pay up the money. Now, if this is you and you have this behavior and habit, you are harming yourself long term, and you need to work on it. And I even believe there are people who are stuck in debt behaviors, always borrowing, always in debt. You may need therapy actually. And I recommend a woman on Instagram. Her name is Titi Lokwe. She's also someone who has struggled with huge amounts of debt, and she came out of it, and she helps people now. No matter how huge the debt is, she walks you through how to get rid of it and not return to that behavior. Remember, you're not only harming yourself, you put people around you under financial strain, and you also bring embarrassment to them. So if this is you, work on yourself. And the rest of you that just do it because you think you can, a small 7k here, small 5k here, again, you're destroying your relationships with people. I have people who I have said, okay, you want to owe me the money, which I know you can pay, no problem. I fight to get my money back. I'll get my money back. You two lose the relationship. Let's be gone from each other's life. No stress, So I hope you enjoyed watching this episode of this 5 ways to identify people when they will pay you your money back. So take caution and be responsible.